Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to actually the last class of your Python in this case. What are the things that we have studied before? We started with the HTML class in this case. After that, we saw a few important concepts of Python language. And after that, we started with the Django framework in this case. So, in Django framework, we saw how to create a project, how to store the data inside and then how to create an application. Then we saw how to store the data inside, register data. Then we saw how to display all the data. Then we saw how to search and delete the data in this case. And in the last class, we performed the login operation on this. But let me run this project in this. So just go to the folder where you have kept your project in this. Type cmd, it will open the command prompt. In command prompt, python manage.py, you can directly execute run server. And once you get quit the server with control break, keep it as it is. Open the web browser, and here click on you have to type a URL like localhost colon 8000 slash login. So you'll get a login page in this case. Now compare this login page with one more login page which I will show you. So I have one more real-time application in this which we have given for one of our customer in this case. So you can see this login page. Okay. So after I log in here, say this is the home page in this case. So this is the home page of the operator, and here also I have a register page. So I can click on student. So this is a register page. Of course, there we have given a very small number of fields in this case, but here of course real-time project, it has many fields in this. Here also I have a search operation. Like example, I go for report and I have options to select, and I can fetch the data from the application. So I'll get the data of the student. So same search page you people have done, the login page, you people have done the register page, you people have done the delete code in this case. Now point is, the difference between your web page and these web pages, I have a proper menu options on the top. Okay, so I can access these web pages by clicking on these menus instead of typing the URL on the top in this case. So I want the same, my application to be converted to that type in this, like the same type what it was there for the real-time application. So how to do that? That is very important in this, and that is what we will be studying in the today's class in this. So today's class, moreover the coding, we have the designing part that we will be focusing in the today's class in this case. And remember, if you have not understood the previous classes, in this class, I'll be teaching you one concept which is equivalently important to create something called as websites. So using the website, if you learn today's class, you can also learn how to design the websites in this case. Okay. So to start with, the first thing that we have to do is, whenever I told you, when I was explaining you the concept of Bootstrap 5, okay, I told you that the designing part, there are three types in this case. One is, of course, as I told you, we will be ourselves putting the Bootstrap classes to the application. Then I told you the second method, using the chat GPT in this. That time I told you there is a one more third method how these uh, design can be done in this. So that third type of web designing is what we will be concentrating in the today's class in this case. Okay. So first thing, as I told you, the way of writing the CSS is now outdated. Nobody is using that CSS concept in this. I told you everybody is using the chat GPT concept in this case. So using the chat GPT, you can, or any AI tool in this case, we can make use of the web designing. But that web designing is not perfect. The reason is, every time you give a design option to the chat gpt, he gives you different designs every time in this. So that does not look good, because in a website, all the all the web pages that we design must look or must have a same uh, design layout in this case. Okay, only the fields will change, but the layout will be same for all the application. As you can see in this application, my application, the name of the software, the college name, the menus are fixed in this, the background color is fixed. Here I am using a fixed color, so whenever I want to access any page, the same thing layout follows every time. So this uniformity is what we want in our application in this case. And for that purpose, trusting on ChatGPT is not a good option, because, like I told you, every time you give a design option to the ChatGPT, he will keep modifying the colors in this case. In some time, the register button will be red, some green. Sometime it will be pink. Sometime it will be yellow color. So there is no fixed design for him. He keeps modifying, because he don't know that you people are using all these web pages to one single project in this. So for that purpose, we always want a common layout that should be created for the application in this. So how to create that common layout is what we will be concentrating in the today's class in this. Now, to start with, the first thing, that whenever you want to design a particular, or whenever you want to create a particular design, don't write it by yourself. Just simple thing, what you have to do is, I'll just close this out. Okay. First thing, what you have to do is go to Google, search for free HTML templates. Call this word called as templates. Now I need it for hospital in this case. I will directly give him for hospital. So once you click on this, you will get so many designs, different sites which have these designs. I'll just keep, I'll remove some, open some of the designs. And I saw one site called as HTML Codex. This is one very good design in this case, .com, where you will get very good designs in this case that can be used for HTML designs in this. So now if you just scroll, say this is one design, you can see yes, so many websites designed ready-made for you people. Of course, you have to purchase these designs whichever you want. Otherwise, you have to follow there some conditions, like you can't change the footer in this case. So such conditions will be there in this case. So you can choose whichever design you like in this case. So just you can scroll down. If you want medical related, you will get medical related also in this. I have to just search for here, like hospital. So he'll give me exactly the templates that suits an hospital in this case. So if you can click on this live demo, it will open the site. So you can see this is one design that we have in this case. So it has all the menu options, name for the hospital, scrolling photos, and if you scroll down, you have some options. Of course, we don't require all these things. So like this, there are so many templates here related to hospital in this case. So we'll go for the second one. Let it open. Till then, we can see the other also. I think so. This is one more design that we have. We search the third one. Now this is looking too simple design, so I don't want this. So other sites also you have some provide free, some you have to pay for it in this case. So that you have to see. Now here this particular site is free, I guess. You can see one more design. So like this, you'll get so many websites where you can select the design which you like. Okay, the color combination, everything, whatever you want, you can choose that particular design from these in this. Okay, if you're doing it for a real time project in this case, then compulsory, as I told you, you have to make the payment to before you make any changes to the site in this. Now just answer me, how many of you want this template? You can just put a message in the chat window. I will give the option to you. Whichever option you select, I will make the changes to that particular design. Say how many want this therapia. You can put message in the group as one. You can put in the WhatsApp or in the WhatsApp also, or you can put it in the group also. Yes, guys. So be interactive. Okay, I'll assume nobody wants this. Go for the second one. This one, Medinova. If you like the Medinova, you can tell me. I'll use that design. At least raise your hands. You can raise your hands for the second design, Medinova. Guys, कुछ तो बात करो. Don't sleep. I want class to be interactive. So in that case, I will only decide the template and I'll use that. Okay, I'll go with the first one, that is Therapia. This design I will use in this case. So first thing, let me download this template. It's Therapia live demo and have a download option. So here, okay, free version. You can see he has given free version. Click on download. Take some time to download in this. Okay, so the design is downloaded. The After downloading this design, let me close the other applications, and I have this in downloads. So it is a zip file. Okay, so I have to extract this first. Right click and let's say extract all. Click on extract. So the zip file gets extracted. In this search for index.html. So I'll find index.html, right click, open with. You have to open with Chrome as well as you have to edit this in this case. So I will open it in the Sublime Text also. Okay. Now here we have to remove the unwanted content from the site. Now this is one of the most lengthy work that we have to do in this case. That is, when we saw that there is a design. So we have this design. What are the things that I don't require in this? I have to keep removing those from the design in this case. Like example, Therapia, instead of that you can put any hospital name in that place. Best solution for painful life. Yes, this is fine. We can keep the same thing in this case. Here I don't want this. Okay, here I want my form page to be displayed in this. I want to remove all these things in this case. I don't want even this content. I don't want these contents. I don't want this content also. Same thing, delete all these things. Delete this also. Delete these sections, and you can just keep this footer. I want to delete this also. So all these things are not required for my application. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to delete all these contents from that particular code in this case. So for that, as I told you, it's a very slow but time consuming process, not complicated. It is very easy work, just you have to delete in this case. Okay, so it is a bit time consuming work that we have to do, and but you have to be very careful when you're doing it, because even if you by mistake delete one extra tag, the whole application will get down in this case. Okay, and again you have to start from scratch. So make sure whenever you are editing the HTML page, whichever you have the template that you have selected, keep uh, making those changes very carefully in this case. Okay, how do we do that? Say very simple. I have opened the application. Say first thing, I want to change this, like I want to put my mobile number and my email ID on the top. So open the same code in the Sublime text, and the title tag says therapy app. I will put say a hospital name. We will use a hospital name, say Medicare. Okay, and I'll remove this. So that is a first change in the title tag. Save and refresh, and you can see it has been changed to Medicare. So I'll call it as Medicare Hospital. So save, refresh, and now you can see on the top of the page, it is showing me Medicare Hospital in this case. That is the first change that we have done. Like this, we need to keep making all the remaining changes in this. The second change, there, find a location. After find a location, I need to put my mobile number in that place. So what I will do, I will scroll down. All these are title tags, so let it be as it is. Yes, I got my mobile number option. So I'll change +919845356246, and I want the email ID to be there. So email ID I'll put it as help@gmail.com. Instead of that, I will say Medicare Hospital, medicarehospital.com in this case. So that's the name I will give it for the application in this. Now after this, say I have changed the title tag, I have changed the mobile number, I have changed the email ID. All the three options I have made a modification. And once you have made the modification, you just go to the live site in this. That means in the HTML page, after you have saved, make sure those changes are done in this place. So refresh the page. I can see mobile number is changed, email ID is changed. Now instead of this therapy, I want the hospital name to be displayed there in this case. So scroll down, you'll either find an image or you'll find a text. Okay, so they have a text in this. So here I will put the hospital name, MEDI, Medicare Hospital. Okay, so refresh. So here I got Medicare hospitals in this case, hospital. So I'll remove yes. So I got this. Now let these things be as it is. I'll not make any changes to these for now. I'll scroll down, and here these are the contents I want to delete, and my form should come here. My form, that login form, register form, search, delete, those things should come in this particular place. So what I will do is I'll keep this line as it is for now. Later we will delete this. Apart from this, search for these text and delete these. So copy this text, you can search it easily. You got it. So what we do, I'll keep it as it is for now. Next, delete this entire h tag, delete the paragraph tag. So what happens by this? So this entire line is deleted, this paragraph is deleted, image will remain as it is. So I can see the text is deleted, the images remain as it is. Now I want to delete these images. So scroll down, these are all the content for that image. So this is the exact place where those images are given. You can see the image tag in this case. So what I will do is I'll delete this image tag. If you get an empty division, delete that empty division. Same thing, come inside this. You have some text here. I want to delete the text, the paragraph tag, anchor tag. I got an empty division, delete, empty division, delete, and again an empty division, delete, again an empty division, delete. So deleting these divisions are very important in this, and you should be very careful. So now what happened is I have deleted this entire image. Now this message therapy will be gone, physiotherapy will be there. So you can see the message therapy is gone, physiotherapy is there. So the same way, I have to delete each and every section of this particular content in this case. So again, the same process takes place. There will be one image tag. So select that image tag, delete, division tag, delete. Again, come inside this. You have a physiotherapy heading, delete, paragraph, delete, anchor tag, delete, empty division, delete, empty division, delete, empty division, delete, empty division, delete. Save. Now the second image, physiotherapy is gone. Heat and cold therapy will be there in this case. So heat and cold therapy is there. So again, I have to do the same process. So the whole division with image deleted. This entire division is for the content, deleted. Empty division, delete. One more empty division, delete. Save, refresh. As I told you, if you make any change, there will be a lot of problem in this case. So make sure that you are deleting the contents correctly. So again, the same thing, empty divisions, delete. Now here we left one empty division. So you can delete this also. Again, come inside this, h5 delete, paragraph delete, anchor tag delete, division delete, and one more empty division delete, one more empty division delete, one more empty division delete. Save, refresh. So actually we have done a mistake. This was actually continuous, but now it is showing one below the other, means we have deleted one extra division tag. Anyway, I did not want the content, so I can delete the whole thing in this case. So what I will do is delete one more division tag, delete the contents one by one. Say h5 deleted, paragraph deleted, anchor tag deleted, division deleted, division again delete, division delete, division delete. As I told you, it's a very patience work. So two more are remaining. So let me scroll down. Division. Now I'll start deleting the division to division. That saves some time. But when you are doing it for the first time, make sure you delete it line by line and check whether it is correctly deleted or not. Okay. If it is not correctly deleted, I'm telling you, it is a very headache process. You have to start from scratch. Okay. So again, we have some more options. So one last image is remaining now. That is, I have to remove this image. So same thing, division tag, image is deleted. Then we have a division to for contents. One more division tag, one more division delete, one more division. Save, refresh. So that content is gone. Service more is not required. So that is there inside a one more division, delete that. But I want to keep this what we do, because I need to know where I have to put my form designs. So I'll keep this as it is without making any changes to that particular line, which is very important in this case. Okay, so one section is completed. Now actually we have not finished everything in this case. We have just finished one content that was to be deleted in this. The same way, now we have to go for the remaining sets in this case. Now as I told you, it is one headache work or one very tedious work that we have to do in this case. If you gain some experience doing this again and again, you will be easily doing it by deleting the content. You will be able to identify the tags and That will take less time for deleting the content. Now, I want to delete this whole thing in this case. Okay, the whole thing can be identified by the division tag. So you can see here about start, division tag starts here. So what I will do, I'll select from division. They have given about ends, delete, save. The whole thing, this is gone. So that is gone in one click. Okay, but yes, when you're doing the first division, it should be line by line or division by division. After that, you can start deleting them directly. Like about is over. Next feature starts here. So they will show feature ends somewhere down below. Yes, delete. Refresh, why chooses is gone. Now we have the next part, that is solution to your pain. That is solution to your pain. Start this appointment division tag start till the close of the division appointment division. The lengthy form, still it's going on. You can see appointment end, delete. I'll delete this comment also, so that full appointment page is gone. This entire thing is red. Next, I don't need the physiotherapy personals also. So that is a team division. So you can select from there till the end. Team deleted. Save, refresh. The team is deleted. Now, this is the client testimonial. I don't need testimonial. Testimonial starts here. So find where it ends. Just keep scrolling till the end. Got the end. Select, delete, save, refresh. Testimonial is gone. Now it says our blog. I don't require the blog also. So start from this till the blog ends. Delete, save, refresh. The blog is gone. I don't even need this. I need only this one line. So I can delete this content. So that is starting of the footer. So it says he has given footer in this case. So select the entire footer where it closes. Delete, save, and refresh. Now I got my design, how much I wanted to have in my project in this case. I hope this part is very clear with everyone. That is editing the selected HTML design according to your requirement. So how you require, you have to mention it, and you have to delete those unwanted contents from the HTML page. The most important thing here is we need to keep one place or one label as a remembrance where need to have my form design. So this is a place where my form design will come in this case. So make sure you keep a mark in that particular place. So how to keep a mark? Just put some text, and that text should never be deleted till the last, and later you can delete that also in this. This is the first step that you have to do in this case. Okay. After editing the template, next what you have to do is you have to go to your project folder, hospital. Inside this, your application name is doctor. In the doctor, create a folder by name static. Okay, so static is a folder where all your uh, contents will be put in this case. Now what content will put? Say that editor template, this is your template that you have selected. From this, copy all the folders. Okay, don't copy the HTML files, just copy all the folders. So copy all the folders in this case and paste it in the static folder. Now this is the most important thing. Remember, you should not copy the HTML page. That is, whatever the .html pages are there, don't copy those .html pages, just the folders in this case. So copy all these folders in that from the content. and put it inside a folder by name static. Okay, so this is a one more change that we have to do in this. After this, so I'll just note out these points. Of course, I'm recording the class, but yes, we'll note out these points. First is select HTML template from net. Second, edit the HTML page and remove unwanted divisions. Okay, that was a second thing. Then after that, the third thing is create a folder, static folder by name static in application folder. So inside your application folder, you have to create a static folder and paste all folders from selected HTML page and paste in it. So paste in it means you have to paste it inside the static folder in this case. Now, once this part is completed, the next part that we have to do is go to your templates folder. In template folder, you have to create a one more folder here called as designs. I'll use a folder by name designs in this case. Okay. So inside this design, you have to create three HTML files. Okay. So I'll create those. First one, I will create a HTML file called as head.html. This is one HTML page that I have to create. Next, there will be a one more HTML page called as mid.html, and last one you have last.html. Okay, so I've created three separate HTML pages: head.html, mid.html, last.html. Okay, so let me make a note of this point. In templates folder, create a new folder by name designs. Okay, next, say fifth step, in design folder, create three HTML files: head.html, comma mid.html, comma last.html. So these are the three HTML pages that we create in the design folder in this. After this, the most important, now you people have created used the HTML design that you had edited in this case. Now whatever is the content inside the head tag of the HTML design which you downloaded, copy everything that is there inside the head tag and paste it inside the head.html. So in whatever the HTML tag, the index page that you had edited, from there, whatever is the content inside the head tag in this case, copy everything that is from the head tag to head tag, copy that and paste it inside the head.html. This is the first copy paste that we do in this case. So let me make a note of this. That is, copy content from head tag of edited HTML page and paste it in head.html. Okay, so in head.html we have to paste it in this case. So that is a first copy paste. Again, a second copy paste will take place. I'll put it in the sixth step itself. Say point A and this is point B. Copy the content from body tag. of edited HTML page till the page middle and paste it in mid.html. Now this is very important in this case. That is, start from the body tag in this. That is, go to index.html. After the body tag, whatever the content you get, keep copying these things. Copy till where? Till you find that text which we kept it in the middle. So if I scroll down, all these contents will come. I told keep this what to do as it is. So one step above that page center, I call this as a page center in this case. Okay, copy this content, paste it in mid.html from the body tag till that page center in this case. Now after this, after the close of the page center till the end of the body tag, skip the body tag close in this. Copy this and paste it in last.html. So to differentiate, that is, body tag is divided into two pieces. One is upper body, another is the last in this. I call it as mid and last. I kept that what we do line as it is because I wanted to know till where I have to copy for mid.html and from where I have to copy for the last.html. So for that reason, I had kept this particular line as this. So this is the one which will differentiate the upper body and the lower body in this case. Okay. So I did not copy this. What we do, I have not copied, but I have kept that as a margin point or a border in this case. Once we have done this, I'll just make a note in the next step. After the mid copy, third one, copy the content from page center till body close, put in last.html. So till the close of the body tag, whatever the tags I have, I'll copy that and I'll paste it inside the last.html in this case. Okay. So once this is done, 80% of the work is completed. Now we are left with only 20% of the work to be done in this case. Okay. So I hope no doubt still here in this. Yes. After this, open that head.html, save these head dot, mid dot and all, open that head.html. Here I have to write one tag on the top called as load static. Now, load static is a keyword. Load is a keyword that you are telling, you people have studied hash include stdio.h. Hash include is a keyword that is used to fetch the file that is stdio.h. Similarly, if you want to load a particular folder, the complete folder, we make use of the keyword called as load. Followed by static. Static is the name of the folder in which you have pasted all those images, CSS, everything in this. So what I'm telling is I'm loading the static page in this particular location. Next thing in this, scroll down. These are all the built-in links to the CSS. Wherever you find a path to the built-in folders like lib, CSS, these are the path which is pointing to the folder in the static folder in this, the files in the static folder. So what I have to do there is I have to set the path now. How to set the path? Say very simple. Here what you have to do is I have to tell this entire folder. You can see, I'll show you this. So in static, I have the folder that is lib. I have the folder called as CSS. Now since these files are inside the static folder, what I have to do is I have to put it inside the static tag in this case. That is, I have to change the path slightly. So what I have done is I've used a Python tag in this case, flower bracket percentage, and again flower bracket percentage. And the entire path of that is put inside single quotations followed by static keyword. The same thing I will repeat for the second lib folder, for the CSS folder, and one more CSS folder, and close the path also in this case, that is close of single quotation close percentage flower bracket single quotation close, here also same, here also same. So that is a changing of the folder path in this case. All the built-in folders whatever we copied from the template and we put it in the static page in the static folder, so those path have to be modified in this case. So once you have modified in the head.html, just check in the mid.html also. So first thing is, of course, use load static. Okay, after that check if he is pointing to any of these folders, like either css, image, js, lib, or scss. If there is any path to that particular folder, you have to change. Usually it will be in the image folder, image scrolling image will be there, so you can see, scroll down, there is no built-in path yet. You can see here for image carousel is there. So what I have to do, same flower bracket percentage static single quotation, and then single quotation close tag close. So this is there for all the scrolling images. So just copy and make the change. So copy close on this. Again scroll. Okay, only two images, two places where I have made the change. The last one you have to go to last.py. In the last.py, as usual, same thing you have to do. That is, the first line you have to mention load static. Use load static in this. After load static, scroll down and you will see some path here. That is, he is making use of lib. Do the same thing. And after that, I hope so it's over. No, one more line, paste. And then it is single quotation close, flower bracket close, percentage. And don't give it for website URLs. That is very important in this. I have not used that static folder path for the URLs. It's only for the folders that you are using in this case. Now this is a bit tricky work. You have to make sure that everything is properly quoted, single quotation, double quotation, static keyword, everything should be correct in this case. Okay, so once you have done this, now the last remaining, say 20%, I can say 70% was over. So last, this is 10% of the work, still 20% of the work is remaining. The 10% of the work is go to the project folder. In project folder, go to settings.py in this case. In settings.py, you have to make a modification. Okay, so remember settings.py, we had started the first day of the project in this, and again now we are visiting in the last part of the project because so much of time we are not spending much work on this. There is no much work on the settings.py folder in this case. So in the settings.py folder in this case, what you have to do is you have to import one built-in class called as OS. That is, I will say import OS. After import OS, just scroll down, search for the keyword static. That is static URL. Besides static URL, declare a one more variable, that is static root. You can give any name you want in this case, but I'll use a suitable names for the variables. So I'll use static URL equal to, we have imported one file called OS. So here OS dot path dot join, open close. Inside this you have to declare one variable, that is base underscore dir. Base underscore dir is one built-in variable in Python language which will point to your project. So wherever you have created the project, this particular line will identify the path of that particular project in this case. Once you have done this, separated by comma, and then here you have to mention same in single quotation static slash, like what you have done in the what it is already there in the line number 118. That is, we have given static underscore URL is equal to static slash. So the same way here we give the path in this case. So that is the one change that is done in the settings.py. I'll send you these list of operations to be done later in the after the class. Now close it, save it and close it. That is very important. Now after this, you have to go to urls.py of your application. Okay, so let us go to the urls.py of the application in this case. So back doctor urls.py. So in urls.py, you have to import two classes in this case. So scroll down, you have to import two classes, that is from the Django dot conf, that is the conf folder, configuration folder, what we call conf import settings. I am accessing the settings.py inside my urls.py in this. Now why do we do that? That we'll see in the later part of this case. Add one more line after this, from Django dot imports that is from Django imports, we have from imports conf.urls, that is conf.urls, that is a path by name conf. In that there is a folder called urls. Inside that there is a variable called static. So it is dot static import static. So understand this line. There is one built-in class called as static. In that static, you have to select this particular field in this case. Okay. So once we have added this static option in this, below this, scroll down and copy this name. Static pattern is equal to static pattern plus. Now what are the things that I need to add here? That is very important in this case. So in this case, inside the URL patterns equal to static, we are using URL patterns is equal to URL patterns. There is one built-in class inside the static function called as static. Inside static, settings dot static path static static static. So from the settings.py, I am accessing the static dot URL separated by comma. Again the same thing, settings dot static 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 underscore root. So we give this so that the folder that we have added in the application should be accessible with the path in this case. So I add this complete path to the static URL in this case. Okay, so it is just a copy paste code. No need to worry about this. If you have not understood, just copy it, paste it as it is, and make sure the variables are declared properly in this case. Okay, so this is the remaining 10% out of the 20% in this. Now the last step is how we link this to the web page. Now come to the login page in this case. That is, I'll open the login. So this is my current login page in this case. In this page, I have to just add 3 lines. That's it. 3 lines are in the Python tag. I say include double quotation designs slash head.html. Same way, after the body tag opens, I will put it as say mid.html. In the last line, I put it as last.html. So I've added 3 lines, head, mid, and last in the HTML page in this. So save, and this was your existing login page. Refresh, and it shows an error. Should not be the case. Okay, there's a spelling mistake in urls.py. That is D was missing. That's why the problem. That was Django. No model name static. Django dot conf, not import. Settings has no object called static. static or static spelling we have to check in this with settings.py. So go back, top hospital settings.py. We have the two keywords static static root and static URL. He is giving a error with okay, the mistake is here. When I was pasting it, it is settings dot static underscore URL. It became static dot URL. Again, there is an issue. The static URL, static underscore URL, static underscore. Oh, it became root instead of root. So save this. Silly mistakes and execute make migration and check. If there are any issues, it will show me the issue. Yes, there is one issue, that is in the same URLs. What is the problem? The problem is callable statement in includes URL pattern ctting settings.url settings.path. That is correct. I can make use of a shorthand assignment operator here. We'll just check with any issue. The problem will be in these 2 lines, so we have to make sure this one static.const.url django static import static, that is fine. From django.conf import settings, that is right. From django.conf.url conf.urls.static import static, that is also fine. URL patterns, okay. URL pattern plus equal to static settings.static URL comma settings.static root. we missed here. That is, here we have to give document underscore root equal to this. Okay, this was, we have to pass a parameter there that was missing, and yes, it is done. So run server, and now you can see the login page you had created says head.html is missing. The ESI, the spelling mistake in this, in the index dot login.html, spelling mistake of the design. Because that design folder, the head mid last is inside the design folder. So make the spelling mistakes correction. Now finally we got this. If it is showing something like this, there is a problem in the editing in this case. So we have to now remove the unwanted things, like I don't want these CSS, I don't want these links, because everything should be taken from my HTML design in this case. So I'll remove these style property. Just check if yes, I got the content now. So you can see I have a login page that is put inside the template in this case. Now I want a register option here instead of about. I want register. I want to remove all these things. How do we do that? Say very simple. Go to the doctor template designs folder. In design folder, in the mid folder, wherever you have that menu option, go to that menu option in this. So I have the options here. For home, I want it to be a login page. For next about, I want it to be a register, and here I will give doctor register. That is a register page for the doctors in this case. So we have a doctor register. I will give the doctor register here. I want to search a doctor in this case. So I will give the search doctor page, copy, paste, and here I will give a text search doctor. Okay, and I want to remove all the remaining tags in this case. So I'll just delete these tags. These are not required. I need just 3 tags in that place. So I delete it. I delete even the contact us. Book appointment is not there. I delete that. Save, and now you refresh. You get 3 proper options in this. I click on register, it will go to register page. But this register page does not have that menu options and all. I want menu options even here. So what I have to do? I have to go to doctor register page, add those 3 lines, that is head, mid, and last. Okay. So what we did in the login page, we added this head, mid, and last. Do the same thing here. That is, I will put a head inside the head tag, delete the link, delete these bootstrap. I don't require these links and bootstraps now. Here I have the mid, and in the last I have the last before closing the body tag. Save, and now you can see the same register page is something like this. Okay, so now I want to search a doctor. It is looking like this. I want to change it. So go to search doctor, remove the link, remove the existing style that is there. Just to paste 3 lines in all the pages. That is head, you have a mid, and a one more last. Save and refresh. The search page is modified in this. Okay. So like this, now you can see I don't need to write or type any URL on the top. I just have a navigation where I click on the navigation, the page keeps changing in this. Same if I log in as a doctor, register number I don't remember. So we'll do one thing, register doctor name A. Okay, so I have the register number here. I'll copy this register number, login, So invalid login, to just check whose name it is registered to. It is, we click A. So I have Anup. Let me check with Anup in this case. So either the password will be mobile number itself or it will be Anup. So I can see Anup has logged in with this. Okay. Even the doctor home can be modified. Remember the doctor home page, what we have created, even this can have the similar template in this. Now, only change that we need is you cannot have the same mid in this. Head and last will be same. The mid will be one more. I will call it as doctor mid html. So in doctor home page, now understand this point. In doctor home, I have to same copy paste those three lines, head, mid, and last. But instead of mid, there will be a change. So let me remove this all existing content or keep it as it is. We'll see head. The style is not required because style will destroy the design. Two different styles. So I'll remove this style. In the body tag, I will have, instead of mid, I will make use of doctor mid. Now remember this. So this is after the login of the doctor in this case. Hence, I have to keep it doctor mid in this. So refreshed, I got the menus. But yes, sir, here I don't want doctor menu options in this. Here I want doctor home and logout. Only two menus I want in this place. Yes, you can do that change in the doctor mid in this. So go to doctor mid, scroll down in the doctor mid where you get the home option. So you, instead of login, it will be doctor home. That will be the home. And then I will say go to login for logout. Means the text will be a logout. But when he clicks on that, it should go to login page in this. So now I am in the home page of this. It is showing two different menus. I click on logout, it comes back to login page in this. So like this, same way, I have scrolled the, I've created a website with these images. So what about photos? That we have to check with the photos in this case. The photo path is already set. Maybe load static is also mentioned. Some issue with the photo, I guess. Anyway, we have to delete the history in that case to check it. So I'll just delete the history and refresh. Yes, we got the photos also. Okay. So now you can see the login looks something like this. Maybe the design is because that we had used about us. Okay. So some changes in the mid.html will make those corrections. So I have mid.html. Here we have to remove some 2-3 classes so that we get a proper mid in this. So just remove it and check. So I'll just move one. To some extent, it looks fine in this case. Okay. So like this, you can perform the SOP. Now the same doctor option search, it looks like this. So you can see the template has an image. You have a navigation through the URLs in this case, and that will perform the operation. So this is how we separate all the pages, create a separate groups, and put it in the template in this case. So this is all about, it's a complete 1 hour class which we require for the templates in this. It's not, it's a bit lengthy procedure, I agree with that. But yes, slowly if you keep trying this with patience, you'll get the output properly in this case. A very headache process, try to cover till here. If you can write till this particular place, yes, you have at least some 50% knowledge of the Python full stack in this case. Okay, of course still there are many more concepts that you can learn in this, but at least for your project I'll be implementing all these concepts whatever I have taught to you in the class. Okay, so try practicing. Very few people are practicing the code in this case, because the jobs are on these. You know these things, then only you have a good chance of getting into a IT industry for the job in this. Otherwise again you have to spend some more time on additional courses, which generally is advantageous in this case. But yes, you should have a knowledge before jumping to the next concept in this case. Okay, so try this. We will meet probably next time, starting with, now this is the end of your Python classes, so probably next week I will start giving projects to you. I'll talk to your respective sir and I'll let you know what is the case in this case. Okay, so that's it for the Python class for you people. uh, Try practicing it. I'll share all these videos online. Just go through it. You have sufficient time to sit, go through the videos. I'll share you the code also in the group in this case. You can try practicing by seeing those in this case. Okay. Yes. All the best to everyone. We'll meet in the college soon in this case. So from tomorrow, I'm starting with the PHP people for the classes. Okay. So thank you, everyone.